here for a few months. Matty, that was a pretty intense duel out there, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was hard work. The track was dry on every lap, and there was a dry line by the end of the race, and, you know, the tyres were getting so hot, they were just squirming everywhere, and, you know, well done to the boys. You know, it's tough conditions to be able to ride out there. You know, they did a great job. So
the dry conditions just screwed your tyres for that last bit to give a bit of a threat to Daniel and Aiden?
Not really. You know, Kane Burns come off, and it sort of balked me a little bit, and then I knew how to get back, so I just thought I'd just settle for third. You know, it's better off getting a podium than not getting one at all. That's what I thought.
All right, mate, all the best for the next race.
Cheers.
Cheers. We'll get Aiden Wagner over here pretty quickly. He's getting a bit of pats on the back from his family. But Aiden, quick over here, mate, please. Well, what a race for you. It's not the way you wanted to start. Talk us through from the very beginning, from the warm-up, from the siding lap.
Yeah, the siding lap, we went out and had a new set of wets in. I underestimated how slick they would be out there and come through turn 11 and just lost it, but luckily the bike wasn't broken. We brought it back in, cleaned it up, and I was fighting for a bit there trying to get used to the wets, and I got back in the groove and caught back up and had a bit of a fight there, but got pipped on the last lap, so I'm happy to be on the podium. It's a good race.
Well, you took a brave move on that last bit to take that very sharp inside line going into turn 10, so you must have had some confidence. After having a crash to get back to that, it must be play with your head a bit though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it did. The first few laps I wasn't quite sure how well that front wet was going to hold up, but by the end of the race it's starting to get a bit of a dry line, and I really pushed on it there on the last lap coming in down the hill, but it held up fine and got back on the gas. But yeah, it all came good, you know, just it plays with your head, bit of confidence thing, but yeah.
You'll be all right for the next one. Good on you, Aiden.
Thanks, Braxy.
No worries, and we'll get Daniel Falzon here as well, our winner and defending champion at the moment, and get a few extra handy points for 3 championships you're going for in 3 years at the moment, Daniel.
Yeah, it looks to be that way, and but it's not over till the last checkered flag. Anything can happen in the next race. I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch. That was a really great race then. I didn't actually know it was Aiden behind me until the second to last lap when he passed me into Honda corner. So I just had to stay with him. I knew I was getting really good drive out of turn 12 throughout the whole race, and it's always been one of my favourite corners. So I stayed a little bit behind and managed to get a little bit more grip through the last turn, and I was able to beat him to the line.
Well, also you got Kane Burns. He came out of nowhere. That must have been a bit of surprise to see you were dicing with a guy that you haven't seen on a racetrack much.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen Kane up the front before, but I've been looking in the wet practice times, and he was always up in the top 5. So it didn't surprise me too much to see him there. He was very loose, and I didn't actually know he crashed into the last corner. So yeah, other than that, I'm happy to stay consistent and get first position.
All right, mate. All the best for the next one.
Very much, Braxy.
No worries. That's Daniel Falzon with what happened there. He wants to say Aiden hasn't finished with us yet.
I forgot to thank the team from SW Racing and Oz Wildcard Racing team. Got the bike handling unreal. Thanks, guys.
No worries. And yeah, what a race there that was, Trev. So hopefully for the second one we're going to see something other. But Kane Burns, keep your eye on him.